Welcome to Hard Talk. I'm Stephen Sackett. As 2021 nears its end, Pakistan's leaders may be reflecting on the wisdom of that old adage about being careful what you wish for. Islamabad has long aided and abetted the Afghan Taliban, and now they are back in power. America's regional power is diminished. China, Pakistan's close ally, is still making massive investments. So does this all add up to good news for Pakistan? Well, not necessarily. My guest is National Security Advisor Moeed Yusuf. Just how secure is Pakistan? Moeed Yusuf in Islamabad, welcome to Hard Talk.
Thank you for having me.
The Taliban are back in power in Afghanistan. Do you think that has enhanced or diminished Pakistan's security?
Well, frankly, it depends how responsibly the international community plays the future. We have a situation in Afghanistan. I'm sorry I have to object to your opening. You're presenting this as if Pakistan was behind this and it's Pakistan's doing. We didn't aid and abet anybody. There was a policy employed by the US and others who were in Afghanistan. That was always a failing policy. The only country that kept saying, you will not find a military solution to this problem was Pakistan. Our advice was not heeded too. We kept saying negotiate from a position of strength. We weren't listened to. We were blamed. We were scapegoated. And the result is in front of you. So first of all, I want to be clear. The facts should be what they are.
No, I thank you for that. I mean, many Pakistanis are very worried. Indeed, we heard the worries voiced within the Supreme Court when they were actually grilling your Prime Minister Imran Khan about what was going on in terms of these negotiations. And I think one of the justices alluded to the 2014 terrible atrocity where the PTT launched an attack on an army school and killed more than 130 children. And the justice said this to Mr. Khan. He said, is the government going to sign a document of defeat with those who killed these children? Are we going to surrender once again? What is the answer to that?
The first answer is you should recognize the state of democracy in this country, that the judge calls in the Prime Minister who goes and gets grilled, and now Stephen Sackett has the opportunity to ask me. That's the state of democracy. I'm proud of that. Now, to your question of TTP, you're absolutely right. So there are parents who lost children. There are brothers who lost sisters. There are sons who lost fathers. There are tribes who have a problem because their tribes were wiped out. All of these people will have to be taken into confidence. But first, understand what we are trying to do. We have a consistent policy as a state to say that negotiations must end conflicts and negotiations must happen from a position of strength. This is what we told the Americans and the UK and others for 20 years in Afghanistan. I wish they would have listened. What's the situation now? TTP's lifeline was the support they were getting from India and the Afghan intelligence. That lifeline is gone. They coexisted with the Afghan Taliban in Afghanistan. They have contacts. Third, we are in a position of strength because we know that they are reeling at this moment. So what are we saying? If they are apologizing, if they are willing to go through the due process of the court of law in Pakistan, live under the constitution of Pakistan, get punished for whatever crimes that have taken place, renounce violence forever, we want to hear what they're saying.
But hang on, it's not just a question of hearing what they're saying. According to reports in the Pakistani media, it is reported that you've already undertaken prisoner releases, including, according to some reports, some senior cadres of the Pakistani Taliban have been released as part of the short-term ceasefire deal. Is that true?
First of all, that is not true.
Have you released any prisoners?
No. And if you allow me to finish the question, finish the answer, please. What I'm explaining to you is, we're hearing them out on whether they are serious about this or not. Because there are families, there are kids, their wives and children, thousands of Pakistanis who may be linked with them in one way or another, but a state's job is not to kill another Pakistani. We are going to try our level best to ensure that Pakistani citizens are safe without any more blood being spilled on either side.